Well, welcome to our Halloween edition of Off Air. I'm Kristen alongside Casey, Caribbean Casey.
Caribbean Casey today. Got the Hawaiian shirt on, the bucket hat, some shades. I'm ready to play golf or sit on the islands and sit my butt in the sand.
I think you'd rather be on vacation than working tonight, don't you think?
Then no, I'd rather be doing this podcast with you than just about anything else right
that is
now.
so nice.
On this
You're
Halloween edition.
a big liar.
I like the witch's hat.
Thank you. This is vintage from a few years ago.
Vintage from a few years ago. Okay.
When I was a witch. So bringing it back.
Let's go.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Since it is Halloween, what was like your favorite or most memorable costume as a kid? Anything stick out to you about Halloween?
Man, so it's funny you say that because me and my family were actually talking about this past weekend. My dad was like, "What do you remember from Halloween?" And I was like, "Well, the one thing in my family and something that it always makes me laugh is growing up, my dad said that Halloween is a scary holiday. So you cannot dress in anything happy. You have to be scary. So all my pictures growing up, it's zombie cheerleader, zombie bride, witch with full makeup, all of these like vampire with blood, like all of these really, really scary costumes. So no Halloween pictures of me in like a cute princess outfit or anything like that. Everything was scary. But I always loved going trick-or-treating. Usually my dad would take me and we'd go around and get a ton of candy. And then me and my brother would always lay it all out at the end. And we would, put it into different categories and then we would trade.
Okay. Do some trading.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I grew up in Pittsburgh, one Halloween, it snowed in Pittsburgh and we were trick-or-treating in the snow, just the footprints as you were going from house to house. And that was a much shorter trick-or-treat experience that night because me and my brother, my brother's a year and a half younger than me. So, we always were going together, but we were not having it. We were cold. My parents were thankful we weren't going to be out there long. But I do remember one time it's snowing on Halloween. Not a lot, it's probably an inch, a dusting an inch, but it was Halloween and we were out trick-or-treating in the snow. But my most memorable is my mom, shout out to Mama Get. She made my brother and I, we were the Ninja Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. She made us actual costumes. And I actually showed this picture to good friends of mine a few weeks ago they used to both work here, Jordan and Angela, Jordan Canigliaro and Angela Yingling, now Canigliaro at the time. They were thinking about having their kids be Ninja Turtles. And I was like, my brother and I did that a long, long time ago. And I was like, this was the picture. And I showed it to him. And she's like, where did you get those costumes? I was like, oh, they were homemade from Mama Gets.
Well, we might have to call up Mama Gets and get her to make some come out of retirement.
I know
and
we were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and like the giant heads. It was hard to support the giant heads back in the day as the turtles, but that's definitely my most memorable.
That's hilarious. Oh man, I remember when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were huge too. My brother was for sure into that for a long time.
Now, how has Halloween changed for you being a parent now? Like seeing it through the eyes of your child rather than you being the child trick-or-treating?
So my child is very candy focused, loves candy, very, very much a candy gal. So it's so much fun though. It really is fun. Like she loves going out and I just remember like the first year we took her, like she was really little. So, but then the next year it's like, oh, I kind of get this now. And like at first she was kind of like upset to be there. And then once she realized the candy, she was getting free candy, it was on. So she's excited this year.
So this will be what, her like maybe third that because Riley was born right before Halloween.
Yeah.
So really like when she was, I guess, probably two before she really probably understood what was going on, or even three. Was a 3.
Yeah, pretty much. And I remember when she was born, she was like a, baby. And we like dressed her up in a little like a pumpkin, like with a little pumpkin hat and everything. She was like just a couple days old. And, of course it like rained and was gross, so we didn't take her anywhere. And then the next year, and then, COVID happened too. So that was kind of a different
time
different.
for.
Yeah. So this year is going to be, I definitely know she'll be really excited this year.
And shout out to the weather team here. I mean, we're talking close to record high temperatures for Halloween. It's going to be almost 80 on Thursday.
I cannot remember a time living here where it has been so warm on Halloween. So, but that is exciting for people that are wearing certain costumes because normally you're like freezing
I
out
know.
there.
Yeah, you don't need to be really layered up thinking only warm. Yeah, if you want to have like the cheerleader or something,
Yeah.
okay, I can wear that out. I don't have to worry about putting, what do you guys wear underneath? Is it spandex tights underneath?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
you don't need those this year with going to be even at 6:00 at night, it's probably going to be around 70 still. So fantastic for the kids. I mean, they might want to go an extra loop around the neighborhood with that time. So well done. Hope everybody enjoys Halloween. And now another controversial topic, or not controversial, but like, where does it rank for you on holidays? If you want, like, on a list of like, favorite holiday, like, where's Halloween for you? Is it top? Is it in the top 3? Is it the top 5?
It would probably be top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah, I would probably make top 5.
Okay. I mean, really, how many holidays? You're talking
not that many.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, Halloween, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's
4th of July. So there's probably only 8 or 9 days to pick from. So top 3, is it top 3 for you?
Ooh. Maybe like Christmas has got to be number 1.
Okay.
And then, crazy enough, St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that one. I know where you grew up, that's very big in Savannah.
Yeah, in Savannah, St. Patrick's Day is a big
and it's big in Pittsburgh too. Yeah.
Yeah. So love St. Patty's Day.
Okay.
So that's up there. And then Halloween. Okay. Of course, Thanksgiving is nice too, but I just love Halloween because of the costumes.
Okay. So Christmas is your number 1 holiday.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day too, and then you kind of get into possibly
and then
Halloween.
Probably Halloween. I mean, Easter of course is great too, but I do love the costumes on Halloween.
I'm going Thanksgiving is for me number 1 on the list. Number 1 is Thanksgiving because you got the food, you got family time, football, all the F's for me. So I've always been a big Thanksgiving guy. I would say Christmas is 2 for me, but I do like Thanksgiving more than Christmas, I think.
Christmas, just the decor to me is just.
Well, I think Christmas is like a season too. You can have weeks of
and
the whatever.
And that's why it's up there for me.
Yeah, but like Thanksgiving is like one day where you can pig out on food, watch football all day, spend time with family. But so that's what Thanksgiving. I would say Halloween is probably closer to 5 for me. I would put Easter up there ahead of that, and maybe I would put Halloween above New Year's. I think on my list, I would have that above New Year's Eve, New Year's.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. So
New Year's feels like more like a New Year's evening kind of thing versus Halloween.
Yeah. Okay.
You can celebrate for the week.
Yeah. How was no, last week we touched that you were gonna be going down to the Dollywood Pigeon Forge area. How was your time down there? Any fun stories from that experience?
Wonderful. So it was Riley's birthday. Shout out to Unique Cake Shop for the awesome cake that they made for her birthday. Okay. It was absolutely beautiful. They decorated it with pink and purple and butterflies, and it was awesome. Check them out if you need a cake. Bristol, Tennessee. And so we took that with us to Pigeon Forge. So everyone had cake and we sang. And then she spent every moment she could at the water park. So I had a great time. She'd never been on a water slide before. But we all went down the slides.
Have you been there before? That was your first time?
No, never been there. Wilderness at the Smokies. Okay. It was very nice. Right. It was pretty crowded, but it's pretty neat because, they have the indoor section with multiple slides and a wave pool and a lot for the littler kids. So, and she could ride pretty much all of the water slides because she's tall enough. So, and she's got no fear. So, but I will say this, my thighs were burning by the end of the weekend because you have to climb.
Walk up a steps. Yeah.
10 flights of stairs to get to the water slide.
But it's worth it for that excitement on the way down.
Oh my gosh. And we would get down and she would be like, again. So we'd be going back up with the tube and I'm carrying the tube.
Oh, of course. She's not going to carry the tube.
She's not carrying the tube. So we got to teach her how to carry the tube.
Yeah. Pull your weight.
Okay. Yeah. But we had a good time.
Good. Happy birthday, Riley.
Happy birthday to Riley. She had a great birthday. All right, so we're gonna talk some football now.
Yeah, let's talk some football. It's before we get to our picks. Of course, last week, we did a first ever Friday Night Rivals double header. We did a high school football game Friday and
Mm,
Saturday for Friday Night
that's
Rivals.
right.
First time ever. Just amazing. Our crew, how hard. I mean, people. I don't think. I mean, I fully don't really understand or appreciate. But for those that don't know, like we have a crew that we have a big satellite truck here at the station that Keith Roberts drives, and he has to drive it to the game. And then we have a production company that is out of Knoxville. Most of the guys, they come up here from Knoxville. They have a big truck. They bring up production vehicle. They get to the game usually around noon for a 7:30 kickoff to start setting up all the equipment, the
Wow,
cables, the
it's a
wires.
lot.
It is a massive undertaking. And they're used to doing it. They do a game on Thursday in Knoxville. They come up here on Friday. We do our game. But so they're used to doing back-to-back games, but we did a Friday night game and then a Saturday afternoon, early afternoon at Virginia High. So they had a very quick turnaround. And it was probably 11:30, 12 o'clock before a majority of the
Oh,
crew left Volunteer High School Friday night. Then they had to be at Virginia High at like 8 in the morning
oh my
on
goodness.
Saturday. I mean, it's just amazing the work that the people did. Again, some of these people don't work at our station. A lot of them do. I mean, our engineering department, photographer, it was just amazing. Kudos to everybody. It was such a quick turnaround doing two games in, less than 24 hours. But it was a lot of fun. It was a first. I don't think the crew would love to do it every week like that. But it was just when we lost the game because of Hurricane Helene, when the storm came through here, and we have a 10-game season, and we looked at could we get a 10th game, and we were able to get one. And thank you to Virginia High and Lebanon agreed to move their game from Friday to Saturday so we could put it on television. So a big
That's
shout out to
nice.
the Bearcats and to the Pioneers for agreeing to do that. But yeah, it was just amazing. All the work that goes into it, that the fact that they were able to pull that off, our crew was just fantastic. And there are some tired people about 4:30 or so, 5 o'clock on Saturdays when everybody kind of pulled out of Virginia High and people worked their butts off for that 30 hours.
Did you have a good time though?
Yeah, it was
How were the
great.
games?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Of course, we were at Cherokee on Friday night for the Battle of Hawkins County, and a great rivalry game. And yeah, I mean, it was cool to do the prep that Coach Colley and I do. I mean, it's nothing compared to the what the
Mm-hmm.
crew has to do. But then doing that game, and then usually like Saturdays, kind of for me is always like in football. It's like because you don't realize it when you're doing a game, you're just like on for 2.5, 3 hours, and then it feels like the next day you kind of have a little bit of a crash. And then getting
No
up,
crash.
no crash,
No
getting up
crash
in
for
the
you.
morning, going to do another game. Saturday night, I was worn out. But it was it felt accomplished, something we had never done here before. 2 games in 2 days, different locations. So that was pretty darn cool. And it's hard to believe this is our last game this week. Friday Night Rivals. The season has
Oh,
gone by like that. We're going to be at ETSU Friday night for Dobbins Bennett Science Hill playing over at William B. Green Jr. Stadium on the campus of ETSU for the first time. So really excited about that. You can check that out on Friday. Region Championship on the line. The two biggest schools in our area, Dobbins Bennett Science Hill, both over 2,000 students playing for a region championship. So we're excited to wrap up our season of Friday Night Rivals with the biggest game of the year.
it really is crazy to me that it is already over, pretty much.
Yeah, I
I
mean for us,
mean,
for the Friday Night Rivals,
right?
no, but
Yeah,
this is the last week of the regular season in
that's
Tennessee.
that's wild to me. I feel like these past couple of months have gone by so
Yeah,
quickly, and I don't know if it's because we had Helene come through and we were just so busy that we
yeah.
just didn't even have time to think about things, and we were just going, going, going. But yeah, it's just crazy.
Even before Helene, because it was the race, there was Rhythm and Roots. I mean, September is also a very busy month around here
Yeah,
before what happened at the end of the month with the
very
storm.
true.
And then it rolled into October. And that's when it just kind of boom. Now we're November is tomorrow.
Yeah, and I feel like, for a lot of businesses and things like that, things start to slow down. And for us, I feel like it just, as soon as football season hits, it's like boom, boom, boom. We are busy all the time. So,
Yes,
um, but it's fun.
it is
We get to
fun.
do a lot of community events, and Christmas parades are coming up.
Oh, that's
And
right. Yeah, last year you were the big MC of the Bristol Christmas
yeah,
parade.
me and Randy
Yeah,
Eads.
Randy
Shout
Eads.
out to
Yeah,
Randy for helping me with that. So, yeah,
that's a little over a month away, and that's how crazy
that's
the Christmas parades around here are just over a month away.
And we got the election coming up next week.
Yes, election day. Before we get into that, we'll touch on that, but let's get these football picks in before we forget. Last week, you won your college game. You took Texas A&M.
You didn't say your word. We got to check the receipts.
Check receipts. Kristen's got a couple of receipts. I don't want to say because I have one less receipt to check because I lost my game. But college, Kristen took Texas A&M over LSU, won that one. So she's 4-2 now in college. I lost my college game. Oklahoma State lost by more than 7. So we're both 4-2 in our college picks. NFL, we were both winners. Your Falcons won against Tampa Bay. And then I had the Browns plus 8.5. Not only did they won the game outright against Baltimore. So I'm 5-0 NFL. You were 4-1. So let's get to it now. College. Who are you going with?
Check my phone.
Okay.
I wrote it down. Okay, so for college, I'm going to do Big Georgia versus Florida.
All right. What is that game? What used to be called? What was it referred to as that game? I don't think they call it anymore. The world's largest outdoor cocktail party. You never heard that?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that used to be.
What they call that?
It used to be. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised
right?
Yes, in Jacksonville.
Yes,
okay.
I know it's always played in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But I did not know that that's what they call it.
Yeah,
So
they used to call it that.
Something.
They used to call it that. They don't anymore. They can't leave.
I don't know my sports trivia.
Right.
That could be a good sports trivia question. Georgia is favored to win.
They sure are.
By 16.5 points. And so
you say lay 'em.
I gotta
lay 'em.
Yep.
All righty. Actually, you know what? I was my wife is a Florida grad. So I mean Kelly's a huge Gator fan. And she was telling me today that she was reading that because in Jacksonville they play where the Jaguars play in their stadium, and they're going to be renovating that stadium shortly. So for 2 years, they're not going to be able to play the Georgia-Florida game in Jacksonville. They're going to play it in Atlanta one year, and then in Tampa the other year, closer to Florida.
That's going to be wild.
And I thought that was a missed opportunity because when Florida and Georgia, they don't play in each other's campuses. So a Georgia fan can never go to the Swamp. A Florida fan never goes to Athens. So I felt like that was a missed opportunity for that 2 years. They should have played actually on campus to give the fans an opportunity to go to the others, but they're not doing that. They're going to play in Atlanta and Tampa.
You're right. I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of
just
weird.
To change it up. But that'll be in 26 and 27. So next year we'll still be in Jacksonville, but then they're going to take a couple years off from Jacksonville. So that was an aside. My college game, I'm taking Ohio State. They're playing Penn State, top 5 matchup. Ohio State is favored at Penn State by 3. I think the Buckeyes win. So I will lay the 3 points and take Ohio State. Teresa Carter loves that because she is a big Buckeye fan, huge Ohio State fan, biggest in the building is Teresa Carter.
Kylie, who used to work here and who says she watches our podcast. We'll have to see now because we're talking about her.
We'll know because I'll get a message saying bad pick.
Right.
If she watched it. So we'll know this is the test, Kylie.
All right. And then
NFL. We're going head to head.
Well, I've got to pick my Falcons. Falcons, Cowboys. They are favored to win. The Falcons.
Sure are.
By 3?
2.5 is what I got.
Oh.
I'll give you a break. I got 2.5.
Okay, 2.5. Sure.
2.5.
We'll go with that.
I'm taking Dallas. So we're going head to head on this one. That was my pick. I'm taking the Cowboys.
Oh, no.
The Cowboys lost last week to the Niners. They're going on the road again to Atlanta. I think Dak and the boys are going to pull this one out. I'm taking the Cowboys.
You're crazy. Dak seems like a nice guy, but he's terrible this year.
Well,
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out on Sunday at the
How dare you
home that Arthur Blank built.
Kirk Cousins.
You like that?
Oh, God. Well, we'll see.
All righty.
We'll see. All right. So, for our treat this week, I decided to go with a candy theme since it is Halloween. Let's try candy. And we're going to try candy that I've never tried either.
Oh.
So this is new.
So you're assuming I haven't tried it.
I know you haven't. There's no way.
Okay.
If you have, I'll be absolutely I'll be shocked. I'll give you $20.
Oh, okay.
But there's no way.
No way.
Okay, so anywho, so for a little bit of background. So a couple months ago, there was this big debate in the newsroom. And the debate, I don't even know how this got brought up, but the debate was over what is your favorite fruit?
Oh,
And
yes.
it kind of became this huge thing in the newsroom because everyone really kind of picked different ones. But I was bullied, absolutely bullied by the staff here for my pick. And my favorite fruit is banana.
I was not here for this debate that night because you sent me a text asking me if I
Oh, that's
liked it.
right.
So I was not here for this debate that night.
So I picked banana, and you
Yeah.
would have thought that I mean, just everyone went in on me saying, how could you pick banana as your favorite? Like, that is a horrible take. Like, everyone was making fun of me. Strawberries, I would say, was probably the top pick. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
is your
strawberry is
favorite?
my favorite. Yeah, banana's not my favorite, but it's in my top 3.
Right. So
Yeah.
most people wouldn't even put banana in their top 5.
Oh,
People hate the banana, and I don't.
most
I'm
of them
not
are these
here
young
for it.
kids that work here too.
Exactly.
They don't respect the banana.
They do not respect the banana.
No.
They said banana was good for its time, but banana is old now. Like they say, mango is the Patrick Mahomes of fruit, and banana is like the Ben Roethlisberger of fruit. That's what somebody said in the newsroom. So
you had to pick
just,
Roethlisberger. You had to pick a Steeler. You could have said Eli Manning.
That's what they said. Good for its time,
Yeah.
not good anymore.
Okay.
So I picked a banana treat.
Okay.
A
Well,
banana
I'm
candy
gonna
for
like
us
it
to
then.
try. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall off this chair.
I'll hold this chair for you here. Okay. No
Oh,
problem.
okay. All right, it's in my purse here. All right. Here it is. This is called peelers.
And you would be correct. I've never tried these.
I've
heard
never
of them.
tried it either. Okay, so these are kind of like big right now in the social media world, though. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. I know the mango, I think, is pretty popular. Again, I guess mango is the popular fruit of the world. Banana, not so much. But I saw this and it made me laugh because I was like, I love banana, so we're gonna try it.
All right.
So these are peelable. They're peelable candies, so you have to peel the banana to eat it.
Oh, okay, so you can't just eat it.
Okay,
All right.
and it's made by Amos, the world's candy innovator.
Famous Amos.
Famous Amos. And they're gluten-free.
Oh, well, I'm not.
And
that doesn't matter to me, but thank you for
there you go.
sharing.
Oh, they smell really, really banana-y. Oh,
So I can't eat like these. I got to peel these apart.
I guess you have to peel it.
It
They're
feels
like
you
this.
Are you sure? It looks like you can eat this as it is.
Well, it says peelable, so we're going to peel it. I don't know that this is working too good.
I feel like you can.
Oh, look.
Oh.
See that it's like gooey inside. I'm not doing a very good job at this, though. Like this. It's got like the banana inside.
There we go. It's a lot of work. I don't know if I want to work this much to eat some food, you know? I just want to open the package and eat it. I don't have to do extra work. So I'm going to take some points off for that, but it does taste pretty good.
I want to see how you like. Is there a better way to peel it though? It's kind of hard to peel.
Yeah.
Maybe we're doing it wrong. Anyways, when you peel it, there's like some gushy inside here.
Yeah.
And the gushy inside's pretty good.
Yeah, but again, it's too much work to.
Anyway, I think it's pretty good. It reminds me of like, what's that candy called? Oh, Runts. Did you ever have that?
Yeah, I mean,
you know, there's the little bananas.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like that, but like a gummy.
Yeah. There's way too much work. I mean, I'm glad you tried it, but I wouldn't.
You're not going to eat the skin?
Well, what's the point? If you're supposed to eat the skin, why peel it?
Well, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I ate the skin. It says peelable, but you can't eat the skin. I mean, I guess you can because I did.
Well, then give me another one. I'll just eat. I want to try it like.
You just want to try
eat
it straight up?
straight it up. Yeah.
It's kind of stuck in here.
Okay.
Okay, try it. Better?
Yeah, this makes more sense. If you could just go, that way, not to peel it apart here. Does it say here like peel apart? Or
yeah, it says peelable.
So are we going to get sick by eating the peels?
I mean, I don't think so. Why would they make that if you couldn't?
Yeah, you think it would say like hazard for kids or something?
Yeah. So, anyways, if you want to check it out, today's podcast not sponsored by Peelers, but we tried it.
Sponsored by nobody.
Nobody. But there's your Halloween treat in the greatest flavor, fruit, banana.
You did touch on it earlier before we wrap it up here.
Oh, what did you rate it though? 1 to 10?
1 to 10, I'm going to say I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
What about you?
I'll give it a 6.
No, I mean the last week with the chuckles, that's the best thing you brought in so far. Then then those horrible drinks are at the bottom. From the first one.
You never know what's going to happen next.
But you did touch that next week. By the time we do this again here, it'll be after the election, after election day. So that's kind of the big topic. We had a meeting earlier in the week about it's going to be a busy night for everybody here at the station. That's all hands on deck, day and night, election night. So that'll be coming in next week. And we will certainly, we've been typically trying to do these podcasts, recording them Wednesday, and they come out on Thursday. So we will probably stick with that. Obviously, next Tuesday we'll be way too busy to have time to break away to do this podcast. So we will record it again next week. So it'll be after the election. So it'll be a busy week here getting ready for that at the station. And
maybe we'll know who's the next president.
That's the thing. Will we know by the time we record the next podcast?
You never know.
Because 4 years ago, we were talking about this in the newsroom that it was not, it was a Saturday, I believe is what our one digital member said, that it was Saturday whenever it was decided. And of course, so that's 4 days after the fact. So we'll see what happens this time around. But we have extra people working Tuesday night. And so we're looking forward to that, and already got some food. Of course, that's the big thing is election. What's the food going to be like? Everyone's going to be here. So we got that taken care of. We found that out. So we'll kind of
that craft services.
Yeah, we'll go over all that stuff next week. But everyone, if you haven't yet, get out there and vote. I early voted. I know you did.
You did.
I did. Yeah, I did early voting.
I sure did.
And you did as well. So if you're in Virginia, you have until Saturday is the last day to early vote. Tennessee, it's on Halloween, Thursday. So if you have a chance to early vote, do it. If not, make sure you get out there on Tuesday. Looking long-term in the forecast, looks like no weather issues here on Election Day. Looks going to be really nice. So that's always, hopefully around the country too, there's no major weather issues that would help maybe keep people from being able to get out. So hopefully good weather coast to coast for everyone to get out there and vote on Election Day. And we will talk to you after the election, a few days after, right here on Off Air.
Happy Halloween.